Hello, my loves, and today I have been called to do a message from the divine to the collective about what is standing in your way between you and your goal. Okay, and so it doesn't really matter what your goal is. I want you to kind of like focus in on that goal. We're not doing favor, we're doing one message for everyone. So I'm going to do it a little different today. I'm going to pick one oracle card. I'm going to pick 4 tarot cards, and I'm going to put them to the side before I look at them. And then I'm going to do the traditional way I used to read things when I first began with the Gypsy Witch from what's between you and your goal. And then we'll get clarifiers from the tarot and the oracle. Okay, so I just want to cleanse this space. I'm going to take some of my Rose of Jericho water I use for divine spirits, angels, spirit guides, Archangel Michael, Jesus, God, Father, please guide us. Guide us through this message so that we can get the best out of it and that we can actually utilize it going forward so that we can better reach our goals. Amen. And namaste and all those beautiful, thank you very much. Thank you to the divine and the spirit above. Okay, so we're gonna do the Seasons of Witch. I'm gonna start there. We'll go ahead and choose one, put it to the side. Everyone's having a beautiful day. It's snowing in Virginia and I love it. I love the snow. I'm from Colorado. Absolutely. I was born in 3 feet of snow in September of 1985. In September, it used to snow a lot more in Colorado, obviously. I guess they still really even, it's like 70 degrees in Denver. Creepy, huh? Okay. Whoa. All right, I feel like I need 2 of these, so we're gonna put 2 of them. Okay. All right, that will work. And then we'll do 4 here. All right, please cleanse the space. Please cleanse this deck. Please give us 4 cards on what is standing in between our goals, between the collective and reaching their goal. Please give us clarification. What is standing between us reaching our goals, please? What's standing in the way of my viewers at home? So we got 2 and their goals. What is standing between them and reaching goals and reaching their success? Reaching success. Okay. All right. Now, we go for the Gypsy Witch. All right, Gypsy Witch, bring it on. Okay. I do the good old fashioned shuffle. Okay. Breathe in. What is standing in between us reaching our goals? Or better ask, how can we better reach our goals? What is preventing us from reaching our goals? Huh? What do we need to reach our goals? Okay. What is standing in our way? What is in between me and my goals, please? Okay. One more. And that's good. All right. So if you haven't done the Gypsy Witch with me before, well, welcome. This is a new way of reading. This is how I learned to read, but I learned with like a regular deck. Okay, and so right now I'm looking for you. And then once we get you, or success, there you go. Oh no, that's the brain. Okay. Or success. which we need either you or success so we can see what is standing in between the two of you, okay? And that's not success. Success is the Medal of Honor. Where did I feel like I missed something, but maybe I didn't. It's crazy. Sometimes I see stuff. Okay. There it is. Okay, so there's the success. All right, let's see what's standing in between you. Well, that was good. We got rid of most, like, we're down to. Okay. Oh my goodness. Literally, like, one card. The fish is the emblem of riches through stalks. But if riches through stalks. Okay. So riches through stalks, like stocking a pond. Like, okay, in Colorado, like I think of stock ponds, but I also think of like the fish, right? And then in Colorado, they stock the ponds, especially like in the high alpines, you know, with trout and stuff. And they do this so that people can fish. And people fish in Colorado not to feed themselves, obviously. We're not, like, it's not like that. I mean, people do eat it, but people fish for fun, right? It's for leisure. So maybe something about what's standing in between you and your success is just enjoying yourself. But let's get clarifiers, because I did not expect, sometimes you'll have like the whole deck and it's like, okay, well, we need to read a shuffle that. Can you please give me more? Just, this is, we want it to be the least amount of cards in between the two of you, in between success and you. And let me just see what's on the bottom next to you. Love. Yeah, love. Okay. So, okay, let's see. And usually it's more than one. Okay, so we have the Meadow in Leo. Okay, yeah. So you need to do what you enjoy in order to reach your full potential, and to reach success is to do what you enjoy. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, Justice, and the Emperor. I hope you can see all those. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of overlap. So Leo, to deny your heart's joy is to deny nourish to the spirit. The spirit. That's exactly what it says right here. To deny your heart's joy is to deny nourishment to your spirit. And Meadow says, let your being be as full and vibrant as the summer meadow. So this is literally just leaning into becoming truly who you are. Be authentic to yourself, and that's how you will become successful. I love this message. It's beautiful. I thought it was going to be all like, you have to overcome your demons. No, but it's like, the fish is the emblem of riches through stalks. Okay, and we're going to read Leo real quick from the Seasons of the Witch, Llamas. Llamas is, we're actually in Llamas. It's like, I think we're maybe past Llamas. It's the second harvest, I guess, in fall. Okay, so 29. You're gonna hear my dog. We had a snow day because they don't have the same kind of equipment they do here in Virginia to get rid of the snow. So he's kind of confused. That's why we're at the bus right now. Okay. Regality, self-esteem, and chasing passion. Yep. Chase those passions, gal. Leos are expressive and determined people who have a zest for life. And they know what their passions are, and they are 100% committed to the things they want. This is an interesting message. They will go after a goal with everything they have, and use everything you have to think if they will get them the recognition that they do not only expect but demand. The biggest threat to a Leo's existence is the idea of living life small. Leos believe in greatness and aren't content with being merely good. They must be the best, or they won't feel fulfilled. You have pulled this card to borrow some of Leo's regality and self-esteem. Leos do not believe in being seen but not heard. They do not believe in being seen but not heard. It's not a double negative. They are masters of self-promotion who will soar until they get their point across, and they will roar some more for some good measure. Your situation requires the same level of self-assuredness and self-love. You must learn to love yourself enough to expect others to treat you with dignity. There is no need to be mean or rude, but everyone deserves to be treated fairly, and sometimes you have to remind people that you will not be taken for granted. Furthermore, Leos guides you to taste after your passions without delay. The things you desire are not by chance or flights or fancy. Leos rule the heart, and to deny your heart's joy is to deny nourishment to your eternal spirit. So going after your goal, if it's your passion, is going to like increase the momentum in building the speed towards your goal, if that makes sense. And what I'm getting from this is that sometimes we have goals, right, like that aren't aligned with our passions. Okay. You know, I have a goal for like a house, but I'm not like super passionate about it, like because I'm kind of a gypsy and I like to I like to float around. I really don't like being stagnant. But at the same time, I'm not passionate about that. So what this is saying to me is like one of my goals that I'm passionate about. Like right now I'm also in law school, okay? And I'm very passionate about that. And I'm passionate about being a mother, which doesn't have the same financial backings behind it. But when I'm passionate about something, it's easier to go after. And so what this is saying to me is that align your heart with your goals, okay? If you're able to align your heart with your goals and go after your passion, with passion, go after your goals with passion, you're going to be able to have much more of success reaching those goals. Is what I'm getting from this lion spirit or the Leo spirit, okay? And so let's do Meadow. Okay, this is crazy. Well, maybe just to me. But my son's a Leo and his name is Marley, which means meadow. So, and he's very much a Leo. Like, he has to be perfect. I always have to remind him, you don't have to be perfect. But he's a very much a solo lion. Some Leos are like, they need to be surrounded by a lot of people. He does need recognition. He's very creative and passionate. Okay, Meadow is a gentle card that encourages you to open your heart space and let your love spill out into the world. Yeah, that's interesting because this Leo card has her opening her heart space and letting the love go out into the world. But this is for the Meadow card, okay? So that also signifies to me that aligning your goal with your passion, opening your heart space to what your goal is, finding a way to align that is going to allow you to move forward. And this is a card about connection. So what I'm saying is like connect your passion to your goal, but also be soft and giving with a full heart. Because when you receive it, this card is also about being soft and gentle and open. It's about being open with a full heart, but it's about being gentle. So it's not about like, you know, there's this passionate drive that Leos have, right? But the Meadow card's almost like a card of manifestation, sitting back and letting it manifest, which is interesting. It means many things for the heart and the home. And to begin with, it's a sign that any wounds you have carried from previous relationships or previous failures are healed, and you are ready, and you have room, and you have the ability to allow a supportive journey. You have, you're ready to make the journey and allow joy into your life. Okay, so this card says joy into your life too. There's something about allowing joy into your life. I think sometimes we're so focused on reaching these particular goals that are really serious, and we don't have really a lot of time to spend, or we have money to spend, or mental space to spend, we can, I just fell. I just fell. We cannot enjoy it, you know? Like, I know that when I study law, I don't enjoy it at all. I'm very passionate about getting my degree, and so when I go into, I end up like losing momentum, and I have to take it's like a 2-year degree, but I've taken like 3 years, because I have to take I lose momentum because it's so, my passion's not in it, you know, when I'm reading and I'm learning, and, you know, the mundane day-to-day, the things that you have to do in order to get to your goal, right? And so Spirit's reminding us, the divine is reminding us that we must enjoy life. We must learn to enjoy life, even if it doesn't align with our goal, and just allow joy into our lives. And just having the presence of joy in our lives will help us succeed and help us, that vibration. That's what it's saying, the vibration of joy. Okay, everything is vibration. I tell everybody this. Everything is energy. Like, they proved it scientifically. Quantum physics proves that spirit is real, and what we think manifests. So it's like thoughts have energy. Like, they can pick up on our thoughts now with energy. Like, I think that's why their cell phones pick up on like what you just thought about. Like, because everything is energy. So important to watch what you say, because when you put those words out there, it puts weight out there, especially if you say it multiple times, you know. And so when you allow joy into your life, that's the joy of success. That success, you know, the 6 of Wands is about success and joy and celebration, but it's like that vibration, you must reach that vibration, you know. It's like the law of attraction. It's like what Abraham Hicks says, you know, if you have that you reach the vibration first, you know. And I will tell you something, people are gonna be like, why is that person so, some people are gonna be very threatened by it. A lot of people are gonna be attracted to it, okay? And that beautiful vibration is like a bright light, and people are gonna be attracted to that bright light, and it's gonna attract some moths, some butterflies, but be wary, okay? Some people are jealous of the beautiful bright light. When you reach that light, and we know that we're there, I recently reached that, and I was just enjoying my life, waiting tables, loving life. Okay, I'm getting my master's, my Juris Master's in American Law, but I'm like, I'm just waiting tables to try to make it through, because it was too much. I couldn't run my own business at the same time. I had to just, anyways, threatened by that vibration. I was making like $400 a night because of that vibration, and it was like they got threatened by something about it. And Virginia is a fire at will, and they just go through these fire frenzies, and sniffed out my light real fast. And for a moment I was like, what did I do? Like, I had, because they didn't really give me a reason, you know. So I just want you to know, like, get to that vibration and protect yourself, okay? Protect yourself, protect your light, okay? And because this card is about happily ever after, you know. She's sitting there in her flower field reading a book, okay? Most of us don't have time to do that until we've reached happily ever after in retirement, right? But we were going to do that now. We're going to do it now. We're going to go read what we want in the field of flowers that we planted, right? Because that brings us joy, right? And in the realm of money and career, and then this is a good indicator that sometimes you might receive help from family or friends, if you know that help is there. But it's not for everybody. I wasn't picking up on that. I just read that in the book. Okay, and then what we got here is the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups. So yeah, what is in your heart? Opening that heart space, okay? And putting your mind to it, just like the Leo said. This is exactly what the Leo said, okay? Putting your mind and setting a direction and taking the necessary next steps. Sometimes our mind can get overwhelmed with everything that we have to do, but we have to make sure that we maintain a balance, okay? A balance in what brings us joy. Make sure it's a healthy, mature thing that brings us joy, okay? Something that allows our heart space to open, and that vibration of receiving will align us with our goals a lot easier, okay? To allow success to flow in, you kind of have to just relax into life. You can't just be like diligent. None of these people are working hard, okay? They're all taking a step back and trying to align their thoughts, open their heart space, take some time to themselves, okay? And this card is about, you know, being fair and balanced and seeing, you know, seeing the light in the dark, okay? And I think that sometimes we can get so sucked into everything that we have going on as far as our goals that we don't realize that what we have is right there, right? But it could be like we could foresee it as something, and when we do see it, we see it as something that's not for us because we haven't been able to open our heart space. Once that heart space is open and we allow joy, we're going to be able to delight in our manifestations much better, okay? And I hope that, like, you realize you have the ability and fortune is at your fingertips, and you really are already on your way, already stocking your pond full of fish. And the way I look at that, the stocking the pond full of fish, it's like you're putting, okay, this is the way I look at it too, okay? Sometimes our paths aren't linear, okay? And maybe some of you are getting discouraged about how long it's taking, or that you've had to take a different route than originally planned to get to your destination as far as success goes, okay? But on the way, you've stocked your pond full of different fish or different things to be able to rely on, okay? And so you're not totally, sometimes you might be like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything, like I'm not even close to my goal, but in reality, your goal is a lot closer than you think, okay? And I think part of our problem is that there are a lot of naysayers, a lot, okay? If you're anything like me, like the majority of the people in your life are naysayers. People love to be naysayers, okay? It's so much easier to be negative than positive, and I can't stand it. Some people can't stand it that I'm a positive person, though. So, like, I'm like, okay, if you can't stand that I'm positive, that's a huge sign to me. You're negative, baby. But anyways, so, you know, just beware of the people around you trying to bring you down or throw rocks in your way or, you know, kill your vibe, girl. Okay? Well, I hope that resonated. It resonated with me, so. Okay, beautiful. It was 23 minutes of talking. That's pretty good. All right, what a beautiful message. And I hope that everyone was able to get something from it, and that you surely throw down some comments down below and tell me about your goals and aligning that and all those vibrations, and give me a like and subscribe. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy the snow. Talk to you next time, babies.